So I'm working on this 79 280 CE, and what I've done so far is, this car's kind of it's kind of ratty, but it can be made nice. What I've done so far is I've taken the fuel distributor apart. So I took this guy off and I cleaned it out, and by cleaning it out, basically what I did is I ran some carb cleaner through it and then used compressed air to blow it through. The piston at the bottom, the fuel distributor was stuck, so that freed it loose. I was able to get it running by pouring a little bit of fuel in the intake, but I couldn't get it running off its own fuel and from the tank. So I figured the fuel pump was bad, and it was. And I replaced the fuel pump. I didn't put the correct fuel pump in. I put a fuel pump from a 560 SEC in it because it's just what I have in place right now. It's a temporary measure. But I put a new replacement fuel pump in, and then I found that the fuel filter was bad on it. It had a hole in the fuel filter. So and as soon as I got the fuel pump running, it pressurized the system and just started spraying fuel all over the place. So the next step is replace the fuel filter. At some point, very shortly after this, I'm going to basically replace all the rubber hoses. The hose that's coming out the fuel tank is perished. It's in real bad shape. I managed to trim the bottom off and reconnect it, but it's bad, and all the other hoses are bad. So that's something that I'm going to take care of. But we're going to see if we can get it running. So this is an attempt to get it running that I haven't tried yet. So let's just give it a go. I was able to verify that the system's pressurizing the fuel system, because the fuel pump ran until it pressurized the system, and when it does, it usually stops, and it did exactly that. So the accumulator seems to be working, and all that fun stuff. Okay, I already put a small amount of gas in the tank, so less than a quarter of a tank. So let me just pause it. And what I'll do is I'll just add a little bit of fuel and see what happens. All right, so I added a little bit more fuel to the gas tank, and I also primed the intake by adding a little bit of extra fuel into the intake, just to see if I can help it go along. So you'll probably hear it start and run, but whether it stays running, that's kind of the important thing. So we'll see. We'll let it go. Okay. All right, so it still appears to not want to run. I'm going to basically pull the fuel injectors and see if they're blocked or if they're running correctly. I'm going to see if there's any fuel coming out the fuel distributor. So that's the next step, and I'll update you guys. Thank you.